You know, it was a funny thing to say, but I do think some of you need to not make video. For example, I think a lot of people are genuinely, this is how you were raised, this is your circumstance, you're really insecure about the way you look. It's devastating, I don't like it, I wish people didn't, but it's like more energy goes into how you look on camera than the content. Maybe you should be an audio podcaster only with no video, maybe. Because anything that's stopping you from the message is a problem. And one of the things that stops from the message, back to ping pong to the other thing, is talking about stuff you don't know. Everyone's like, why are you so good at this? Like, why is it so easy? Like, I just did a podcast, I'm doing this. They're like, why do you improv everything? Why is it like this? Why don't you want to know anything? I'm like, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you're studying to make content, you lost. Especially if you think you're a fucking expert. Yeah, there's a lot of quiet giggling on that one. This, what I've just talked about, is the most significant part of making video. Thumbnails this, hack that, math this, analytics this, means dog shit if you don't have the thing I've just been talking about down. My great hope is that a lot of you go back home and start making content about different shit altogether, because it's the thing you either love the most, which means you'll do the research and be in it, or the thing you know the most. And if you're lucky like I am, and the thing you love the most is the thing you know the most, then it can get really crazy. But that is my observation 15 years into this game. Who's winning? The people leaning all in to them. Who are they? How do they roll? Let the world catch up to you. Stop chasing the world. You understand? Oh, crypto, I'm gonna go there. No. Let the world catch up to you. All this collectible garage sale sports car thing, it caught up to me. I was a dork for liking that shit. My friends were like, you're going garage sailing? You know, like, you like flipping shit? This is stupid. In the 90s, college? I mean, that was the only option. Entrepreneurship, a non-conversation in the 80s and 90s. College was the only way you were gonna win. That's not the conversation today. Twitter, social media, people, there's nothing I've ever done in my life that the majority of the people, every good thing that has happened to me starts with everybody shitting on me. 1996, I'm gonna sell wine on the internet. Everyone, who's gonna buy wine on the internet? I said, everybody. That sounded crazy. How many people over 45 in this room, raise your hand? Remember how crazy that was back then? That shit was crazy. 2006, Twitter. I was like, Twitter. Everyone's like, this is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. You're telling me that people are gonna post things that they're going to the post office, walking the dog, eating a pizza? Who gives a shit about that? I answered, everybody. NFTs, blockchain, owning digital assets, people struggling with that? There's not a person in this room that's not gonna have NFTs in 10 years, not because it's a collectible, because it's a utility. You're not gonna be able to take a flight on a plane, because the NFT is gonna be the ticket. The fuck's a QR code? No matter what platform you're making on, best practices exist, right? Like, if you wanna be better at it, like YouTube and TikTok have unlimited content of best practices for YouTube and TikTok scattered all over. This is not an education thing. That's 13 hours of work, and then you know, thumbnails do this, break on your YouTube videos every 3-4 minutes. Like, I do none of that on YouTube, but everywhere else I do it. Like, you can figure that part out. YouTube Shorts is a huge arbitrage. Everyone's chasing TikTok, so anything that a new platform launches is always gonna over-index. There's no reason to not make a Reels over a regular post, because they're gonna big the outcome of the distribution. It's all there. That's fucking simple shit. That's the simple shit. There wouldn't be a need for this or me or Sean or anything else if that was the game. That is not the game. Everybody wants to make it the game because it's tangible. It's just not the game. The game is, are you comfortable in how you make? Do you have a process to make? A lot of you, for example, if you think, when I think about my career, I very quickly was like, oh my God, this YouTube thing. In December of 2005, I was like, this thing's gonna change the world. Because in 2002, I wanted to make wine videos, but I found out how expensive it was to host videos on the internet. It was like $1 trillion a video. It was, oh gee, this is why Web3 comes so natural to me, that everyone's like scamming and this and that. I'm like, technology will catch up. Just give it a few minutes. But So when YouTube came out, I'm like, oh, I can finally make these videos. Like when my developer told me, I'm like, I don't have to pay anything, right? He's like, no. I'm like, asked him like 14 more times, like, but I don't pay, right? He's like, no. I was like, let's make videos. So, but it was funny what I decided to make. I saw a lot of opportunity. I was already a businessman. I had those thoughts, but I was like, the thing I know the best at this point in my life is wine. So let me make wine videos and let me make them my way. And it's fun for me to think back that the advice I'm giving right now in 2022 is exactly what I lived 16 years ago when I first entered the arena. I'm telling you, a lot of you are making videos around genres where you think there's money versus making videos around the stuff you like and know, which will then lead to the money. You know?
This is why you're the guy, man.
Thank you, mate. I really, really believe that. I think a lot more of you should be making very niche content around stuff you have passion around, because then you will have everyone's like, how do you have so much energy? I'm like, I love this shit. I don't want to fucking golf. I'm not interested in fucking skiing. I don't want to fucking sail. I don't want to cook. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to make content. But if you're making content around something that you heard has good AdSense, or there's good brand deals in, or that's where the money is, you're fucking finished. Because it's not you. And if you try to make content like me, who like clearly got so lucky that he grew up in the 80s, because if they put me into the 2000 system, they would have drugged the fuck out of me. So, I mean, luckily I have the best mom. She would have been like, fuck you, but you need to fucking really lean into who you are as a communicator. Let the world catch up to you. This whole narrative about being kind as a gangster businessman was fucking laughed at 15 years ago. Now people are starting to get it. You might like Legos, you might like pancakes, you might like talking about parenting or being poorly parented, therapy, meditation. I don't fucking know, but I know every person in this room has something they like. Most people don't do it around what they like because they don't think there's money in it. Gary, there's no money in Hot Wheels. Yes, there is. Get 150,000 people a day watching your podcast on Hot Wheels and Mattel will write you a 6-figure check. People are scared to be themselves. People are scared to be themselves, when being yourself is the only moat in life. If you leave here, because all the information around the micro, I didn't even get into it. You know why? It doesn't fucking matter, it's so easy. You can Google that shit right now. Unlimited, free, unlimited free tactics. This, what do you make? How do you make it? Do you like it? That's the fucking game. And so I will preach this in perpetuity because it is so crystal clear. You can't sustain doing something you don't like, especially if you're doing it for money. You will lose that game every day of the week. So I hope you take a step back from this talk. I hope you realize, don't be disappointed in how you communicate, embrace how you communicate. LinkedIn has much arbitrage as TikTok. Right? Just talk about shit you like and know. It's as simple as that.